And skedaddle our little way in here. Salutations, class, and welcome back. It's actually not been very long since our last Silksong stream, due to our switched up little schedule last week. So, where we last left off, we had gone through all of the chorus business that we got up here. Warmest welcomes to Marky, Storm, and Cat Violence Loving Gamer. Glad to see all of y'all here this evening. I'll need a double check on the map here. Yeah. Brawl Chambers has been a really big map, but there's not been too much inside of it. Like, it's been a lot of empty space and long distances to travel. We've got gay dancing robot bugs in order for us to fight, so I already know what we're getting off to right here at the very beginning. Phrasing. Yeah. There we go. Or not. Yeah, these guys have always been giving us quite a bit of trouble trying to get through here. Silksong, yeah, I have not warmed up yet whatsoever. Silksong, I'd say it's definitely a better experience than the first Hollow Knight, for sure. Yeah, the only real challenge we have getting back to the boss we're trying to fight is that little spot right there. Gotta get a little bit of a warm-up getting used to the controls again. I don't think we even have anything here left to retrieve. And getting bonked again. Alright. Off to a hilarious start this evening. I wonder if we want to switch back to the other crest. I don't know if I'm missing something, but it feels like I'm missing a few jumps there. I think that's it. I think we need to be doing the glide in the middle there to make those jumps. Up, slip right into the spikes again. So I think that's it. We're forgetting to glide, which is necessary for that little jump, because it's one of those situations where, if y'all ever watch speedruns, you'll find cycles where it's really easy to get through one specific trap if you do it absolutely right the first time. But then it becomes difficult. Nah, the issue, Cat Gamer, I just have not warmed up yet. This is a game that expects a lot from the player. And I just have not woken up yet. It has been a very grueling work week for me so far. And I just gotta get in the groove. Yeah, I think we might just have to answer that with a few projectiles specifically each time. He'll dive down, then he'll backdash. There we go, the heal is what we're looking for, and then we're trying to see if we can hop over him. Alright, hope you get your charge soon. Alright, we're not too far off of getting a little bit of heal with the fight here. It's not so difficult to avoid their attacks, it's just difficult to avoid their attacks 50 times. Yeah, get our heal here. They should be colliding into the center real soon. Ah, I was hoping we'd barely avoid that. Yeah, we got the big hit on both of them. It's been doing that for this boss specifically. Issue with this boss is it has a lot of health for us to get through. Like, if there's a boss so far that we've experienced that I'd call strictly an endurance boss, this would absolutely be it. Because that's not even it being over, we've got phase 2 to get through. Now they speed up. I think we just want to save our thread for the heal. Yeah. There we go. That's the farthest we've gotten on that so far. Though knowing the pacing, I feel like we've got a third phase to get through. Yep. Ah, here we go. Yep, gonna get destroyed there. Alright. We were off to a great start there, but as it's been for a lot of the bosses lately, it's mostly, oh, what mix-up are they gonna do once we get to the next phase? We've been having that issue with quite a few of the most recent bosses. Howdy, Kayla! Glad to see you, it's been a hot minute. We are currently trying to deal with some robot bugs. Yeah, like, see, that right there. It's super easy to get through there if we remember the exact movement we gotta take. Same as it's easy to get over that guy before he starts attacking. So yeah, we just need to not make mistakes on the way to the boss arena here. Well, y'all can talk, Cat Gamer. If y'all look at the chat in the bottom left, y'all might not directly be able to read each other's messages in the same chat. But y'all will at least be able to see what the other person's saying. Yeah, quick that first time. We know how we end up doing this the second time around. The important thing to remember, when they attack downward, they do slash on either side. Yep. And we keep getting directly in the line of sight once we're trying to get a heal in there. And the hard part. Hey, at least this time we're getting to the hard part quicker than ever before. We'll have to be really careful about sneaking in the heals. Yep, and we're gonna get hit for that one. Yeah, again, it's just mostly a situation of make sure we're really, really far away from them if we do try to get a heal in. Ideally, if we're just locked in the first place, we're not gonna be on tilt and end up getting hit anywho. Difficulty is the name of the game with Silksong, though, of course. Yeah, as long as we don't accidentally overshoot that jump and wake up the other guy, it's easy. But yeah, see? We started off having multiple deaths to that one little section. But now we've warmed up, we're good to go. I wonder if that counts for double damage or if they have like just one health bar and hitting one of them or hitting both of them doesn't really count for hitting them twice. Careful, careful, careful. See ya, cat. Thanks for stopping by. We will be streaming tomorrow as well. And thanks for grabbing the bot storm. Oh, not quite. There is a rhythm to it. No! And immediately end getting gutted. probably could have glided over that one specifically. Or maybe healed in the air, but I had a feeling we would have been attacked immediately afterwards. Alright. Back to hitting our head against the wall, which we're allowed to do. I'll be real with you, Storm, I barely remember anything of the first game. I kind of remember Mantis Lords just because that was like the second time I tried to play the game and ended up stopping playing. But I think that's a recurring boss fight design element, is just bug with large linear hitbox that covers a large portion of the screen. You gotta dodge that. And sometimes we'll just be in a spot where it's hard to dodge the next pattern. And then sometimes it's easy. Okay, noted. They have a hitbox while moving like that. I guess in that case we go to the center. Someone wanted to see me fight this boss. Is this the one Nova would have been talking about? I don't know that I necessarily call this a rhythm boss, but I can kind of see that. You know, I'll go DM Nobo real quick. Just because we have been trying to do this for a hot minute. Speaking of hot, it is cooking in here. I need to turn the fan on. The thing is, Storm, a few patches ago, Spirit Warden wasn't even that bad of an idea either. But most of his kit is designated for slows and traps. Like, he doesn't get much damage off of Spirit itself, so you have to build gun. You have to build gun at some point. Hybrid or gun, essentially. Alright, I DM'd Nobo in case it's what he's looking for. We'll probably be here for a few more tries. Okay, thank you for the heads up, Marky. See, Marky was the one who caught mention of this specifically. Yeah, we got gay robot bug dancing. It's hard to tell between that and this one where they go into the corners. Yeah, we've been at this for a few tries already. I'm glad Marky had the thought to remember it. What spirit damage, Storm? What damaging abilities does Warden have? I thought we already arranged that. Yeah, but Spirit Warden doesn't necessarily mean focusing on spirit damage. It was mostly for him being an ult spammer. I mean, I think it's more of a weird answer, Storm. I think it's the fact that Doorman exists. That might actually be the answer why people don't do Spirit Warden anymore. Like, for the most part, yeah, his gun damage was great, but previously, a lot of his kit was shaped differently to where probably the best thing you could do with them is spam ult in a team fight over and over again, initiate with that. You know, we could be spamming those projectiles in the fight as well. That probably... Like, I don't think we're far enough from getting... We're very far away from getting the actual KO. But it's hilarious that it's a whole meme in and of itself, Storm, where Warden will pop ult and then Doorman immediately runs up to put you in the Shadow Realm. Also, I probably won't be talking too much while we got a boss fight going on. This is going to be a... long-winded endurance fight, as y'all have been seeing. Good hit. But with Warden, you do, like, gun and cooldown reduction. You don't try to boost his spirit damage because his abilities are all about CCs or barriers. So much for that health. All the way to the other end. You don't need to worry about the duration, Storm. The objective is you want the cooldown small enough to where you can use the flask enough that you get a scary amount of damage with the gun itself. Like, the purpose of the slow and immobilize is so that you can line up a really, really good high damage headshot with him. The fact that both of those skills do damage is very, very secondary to their function. They don't do enough damage to compare to other damaging skills. This is the most dangerous performance of the Nutcracker I've ever seen. This is the one time they send you into the theater and break a leg means actually break a leg. Barely got out of that with the wall jump. Okay, so idea. Save our ammunition for the third phase. Yeah, that probably gets us the section. And we just spam projectiles during that last phase, so that means we have to spend less time dodging attacks over and over again. Ow! And again. I don't know what happened there. Alright, now we just spam projectiles on him. Like the whole time. Because that's the kind of stuff we want to avoid. With the fact that they're attacking alternately, we might just have to wait until they end up doing the tandem attack right there. There we go. And do we get a solo dancer? Is there a fourth phase? Yeah, we've usually had only 2 phases per boss fight, but yeah, this one's lasting forever. And then we get the really, really sad, quiet part where we only have one that we have to avoid. Still following the same routines. I do like that, though. I think the whole... the boss fight gets harder as it goes on thing is pretty trite. I do think there's quite a bit of storytelling to be done there with the fact that we have one partner missing and it ends up being easier because of that. Alright, about 30 minutes into the stream and we did beat the boss. It didn't take us too many more tries. Thank you, Marky, for bringing that up, because I didn't think this would have been the quote-unquote rhythm boss. Nobo definitely wanted to be here for that. Pilgrim of Farlu Maternal, you rare chosen who hath ascended to this final threshold, listen to our wish, deliver it, that you may rise above and see your pilgrimage end. We would hear the song of the architects at the core of our citadel. They who sustain our realm, its walls, its floors, and its voice, even as others fall silent. We would hear the voice of the keepers within their grand vaults. They who guard our history, our prayers, and our secrets across the ages. We would hear the melody of the conductors high in their gleaming towers. They, bearing the heaviest mantle, who would guide our land ever on to greatness. Pilgrim of Farlu Maternal, regale us with our threefold song. that you may rise above and worship before our kingdom's divine heart. Well, thank you for attending, Nobo. Thank Marky for the heads up. Thank you so much for your attendance. Oh no, I don't want to do all that again. Okay, okay. So, wait. This is not part of the same map as earlier. Okay, hold on. I do want to explore a little bit more in the coral chain. Yeah. Okay. I forgot this guy was here. Yeah, I had no idea where that was gonna fall. Yeah, and it's hard to bounce off of them given that they dodge right when you get close. Now the hard part's gonna be getting back to the save point. Yeah, I think we do want to swap back to the other weapon. It's a lot easier to get these bounces with it. Alright, now we just need to not explode with the little steam vents here. Alright. A moment of respite. Get all our ammo back, and where are we headed? Well, since we know when the taller guys with the violin bows alert, yeah, we can just run and jump over them. As long as we keep doing that, they can't chase after us. So we know that's going to be a much easier route now, and... Okay, so it does look like there is something over here for us to look at. Oh hey, needles. I'll take those. A fine pin. Huh. A machine with a symbol of silk. Oh, what a ripoff. Is that a solid floor? Okay, that is. I guess that's the definition of everything going on in here. We're getting ripped off for everything we got going on. Right, we wanted to figure out how we got through that section. Okay, it looks like if we go back up to where we fought the cogwork dancers. Right, we wanted to swap to the other weapon. Way easier to bell bounce with that thing. So as long as we go to the other side... Yeah, it looks like the area below. Yeah, that's gonna be the new area. Okay, so quite a bit of symmetry to this level. No idea what's going on up here. Okay, this one's open. Come here. Bro's wearing a toga. So until we figure out how to open up the doors on the side here. Oh, hello. Alright, just a few rosaries. Not too far from a bench below. Someone didn't finish their dinner in here. And someone's having the most magnificent of a snore. What an awful clattering! Would you finally conduct yourself a little more carefully? And why are you adorned in such an awful, livid red? By my oath, those above must make a sport of sending me the most wretched servants they can find. I am no servant, sir. Rather a guest of sorts, invited by the Citadel. Tell me, is this vial of oil on display your own? Ooh, nothing here is my own, you impertinent young mite! This sacred hall, and all the food contained within belong to my most exalted master. The great gourmand, the finest connoisseur who has ever lived. The one whose tastes transcend the ages. None are left now who venerate them as they deserve, save for the loyal, lonely bug who stands before you. That oil is merely a small savory to whet their appetite for the grand meal to come. A spectacular Farloom spanning dish I've been planning for an age. But alas, those above seem to have forsaken my poor master, and I have grown so old. Now I can never hope to gather the necessary ingredients. Blast their indolence. I suppose it's ringing in his ears. Just this one switch. Remnants of a dinner past, perhaps? Oh, hey. Found our way back here. Silk Eater. Grub that lives within and feeds upon farm... Okay, I'm guessing that's silk on demand. Okay. To retrieve a cocoon after falling in battle. So that's essentially a free death recovery if we ever get in over our heads. Alright, simple enough. Yeah, and this whole section we haven't been through yet. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a little save while it's closer here. Whoops. That's a new attack. I will take that, thank you. Alright, let's see where this takes us. We are out of needles. Okay. Rest here for a second. Let's get our stuff back. And we are out of shards. Been overusing our projectiles quite a bit. Or rather, we have recently made some particularly large donations. Yeah, I think the spear is a better special attack for us to be using anyway. Ha-ha. There we go. Where have you run off to? Oh, is the tracking taking us in two different directions? No, and then that's our second step, which just takes us back down. Alright, so we can do these out of order. Ah, howdy! Got rid of your tormentors. Oh, what a turn-up! I'd feared 'twas not but meself left about these halls. Seems this old bug's luck has not yet worn thin. It was more than luck that saw me to you, madame. I promise the wish of bugs concerned for your safety. I urge you to head their way now, beside the old bell, up and over. A small settlement has formed there, and the bell, reawakened, seems to ward away the worst of the Citadel's many dangers. A settlement in these long-haunted halls. Are you telling naughty little lies, dear one? Well, I suppose there's not too much danger in going and seeing the truth for myself. Friend Pound. Be away then, dear one, and leave me to gather up my trinkets and baubles. If this settlement of yours truly has bugs settled safe, I'll be able to make some lucrative trades. Blessings and farewell. Alright. Back up to the save point we go. Pop us a little seat here. Get us some of our ammo back, and over to the right side we continue. Let's see what we got going on here. Already been through part of this. Phooey! Looks like the area up top leads to possibly an entirely different area. Yeah. I wonder how big the full world map is. Because, yeah, Act 1's everything down here. Act 2 feels like it would be the other half up here. I imagine we've got, like, 3 acts. Given that we seem to be ascending the Citadel, it's probably way high up there. Just to need to heal again. A fine addition to my collection. A fine addition to my collection. These are new. Okay, they toggle platforms. Gotcha. I do like the pendulums as a rough timing indicator. A friend! Awoo! This is the only game you'll find me appreciating, please. Ow! Jump while it's gone. And there's something off to the bottom over here. What a ripoff. No, we are not doing that again. Only if we're down to our very last legs is that even an option. Alright, take a sip. This looks like one of those, Mook gauntlets, where we got a whole bunch of tiny little guys to fight. What does this button do? This is in fact not a gauntlet. Or perhaps one... At least they're kind of easy to memorize. Yeah, okay, that wasn't too hard. Cogheart piece. I don't know if that's part of a set of keys. Dark in here. Just keep swinging. We'll bump into something eventually. Get rid of that one. I think the one throwing the bells is the more annoying one when there's two of them. But much easier to fight solo. Yeah, no, we're not going to be able to make those jumps. Yeah, get down here. And brings us back over here. Alright. Let's see what we got up and to the left. Looks like an exit to a completely yet undiscovered area. Yeah, what do we got for our big wishes? Oh, so that's what it is. We gotta get the melody from the various different spots on the map, and it looks like we might even have one labeled here specifically. Oh, howdy Zen. I saw something pop up in the corner of my vision. How you doing? What's up? It won't be too hard to get all the way back there. It's a long trek, but it's not a difficult one. Delighted to see you again, friend. Even though I believe we just spoke yesterday as well. Hey, no worries at all, Zen. That was an entirely new area with some new enemies, so I hadn't yet adjusted to them. I was not going to win that fight the first time regardless. Nah, this is par for the course for Silksong. This game will spike in difficulty at random. Just snacking? Heck yeah. Wait, what's he doing back here? Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. What cause saw you first descend to the Citadel, Garmund? Mine is only the most sacred quest, sister, one shared with my most trusted companion, dear Zaza. We sought the Citadel to stand before its rulers and demand their answer, by force if necessary. All our dear village to whom we pledge our shells. All for our dear village. The fearsome haunting of Thread, it overcame our fair folk. We are all that remain, left to carry their memory, and the hope to see some justice paid. Surprised to run into him. I get the idea, Storm. I will be a bit more honest about that. On the subject of MechWarrior 5, I'd rather have a huge long-running campaign, because I'd say the biggest draw for me there is not necessarily like the campaign combat, but the long-term progression of grabbing new mechs, installing them with good gear, and the resource management thereof. If it wasn't for the overall, like, inventory management being part of the charm, and, you know, like, building mechs and then going to look for new things to add onto your mechs, I don't think the combat in and of itself would be enough for me to keep playing. And if we were speedrunning through the Mercs DLC stuff, like, we'd start with a pretty rudimentary but very capable set of mechs, and then just doing those fights. If we're just playing through the DLC campaigns, I'd say that's more of a... or that lacks the allure of looting. Salvaging all the good stuff for us to build cool new mechs. Because I think that's pretty much what our latter half of our playthrough was all just geared towards, hey, let's build us up some cool mechs. I'm not interested. And by that I mean I'm talking to the little knights there. The slab. I had a feeling we'd return here. Boodumps. I got a question, Zen, to pick your brain. See you soon, Storm. Looking forward to seeing you pop around. Hopefully tomorrow, because tomorrow's going to be our Tomodachi stream. That's going to be a riot. I just noticed the time. This right now, more than anything, would be a great place to take a break, but let's do that once I run out of tea. Still got quite a bit left. I'm messing up my model every time I take a swig. Weird mosquito-looking fellow. Guardfly. Okay, close. Starved servant of the slab. So really, right next to your big holy city, we've got this rather decrepit-looking area. Oh, transportation's down here. Got it, got it, got it. Goofy little voices on these guys. Penitent, humbled prisoner serving their sentence for sin committed within the citadel. Humbled, you say? Sticky young fly, born and grown in service to the slab. Got an entry on the cogwork dancers too. Automatons of impeccable construction, welcoming entrance to the chamber with a display of deadly dance. Two cogwork bugs, and yet the soul seems singular. A sad yet masterful imitation of life, imbued inside shells of iron. Though I'd say it looks more like bronze to me. Keyhole? A lock with the mark of apostate. Hopefully we're not blocked off from travel. I'd rather have a way to get out of here. Okay, without a map, we have no idea where we are. Ah, here's the arrow. It points downward. Hopefully a spot to purchase a map soon, with how it's been working in the Citadel. I feel like things are going to be a lot different trying to grab a map to get out of here. Or at least to see where the heck we're going. Huh. There's not even a way to get into the Citadel from here, because that's a completely separate area of the map. So, either this is a secret Act 1 area, or it's just Act 2, but split off very, very much from the rest of Act 1. Okay, so we slowly lose health over time in here. Gotcha, gotcha. Quite certain that's our indicator to not go messing around in there. Well, with our moment of safety here, I think we're at a great spot for a break anywho. So, see y'all in just a couple minutes. Right. Sliding our way back in. And with a new pot of tea this time. Oh! Already went stumbling right back into the trap. We're gonna have to get back into the groove once more. Got the silk, might as well use it. We started off the stream with a bit of chamomile with honey. And now it's peppermint with honey. Which I think is definitely the favorite. Any of y'all in the chat, by the way, if you check the gaming section in our Discord server, we do have a template for information on adding in what you'd want to see on your Tomodachi. We will be making our various friends and favorite video game characters on stream tomorrow. And I've got a few great ideas. I'll take that heal, thank you. And a bundle of shards. Sounds like someone above is in distress. We also haven't found any new crests or skills or anything in a while. Ah, okay. We want to make this quick. Whatever the heck that represents. And not a single map to our name. Yeah, it looks like we are blocked off of everything over there too. What a maze in here. We might actually be able to grab a map is the thing. Well, it looks like that could have been a wish wall. Yeah, let's get out of here. Looks like we got a few long bridges going across. We've got pathways going down and up and to the left. Oh, an inn? I see a cozy little campfire icon. What do we got? A much easier place to rest. I wish we knew about this earlier. Would have been so much easier to get to all the points on the left. Aw, cute. We definitely could use one of those. Ah, Huh. Don't want to waste water. Let's at least turn this off. Ow! Close. I'm getting Rain World vibes from this right now. I think there were a few sections in that game kind of like this. That's a dead end. I do remember the exit to get out of one of the first areas was built a lot like this. So someone has a voice that sounds like Toxic Yuri. I wonder if it's Lace over here. Yeah, that is a wall. Oh. Can we talk? Just vibing in here, I guess. I'm not even gonna try swinging at someone who's just taking a soak. Well, in any case, I think that route on the furthest left over there, that's probably just gonna end up taking us back downwards. So, we get to explore down and to the right, or, oh wow! I forgot about the cocoon we left up there. Let's us go and grab that real quick. Come here. Come here. So that was Sherma. I wasn't quite so sure without the dialogue. They definitely have the same silhouette. Also, this time around, their voice sounded a lot more femme rather than... gender neutral, I guess is the word. Grab ourselves a few rosaries on the side. I guess that means our cocoon was way up higher. Ow! Mistimed. Wait, this is where we died? How? Oh, right. There was that other person that was here that was stealing our silk. We'll do a heal here. It is nice that we're at the point where we're seeing all our friends again. I miss them a lot.
Ritala.
Ho, sister! A grand victory achieved again. The haunted might of this place cannot stand against our pure hearts. What a beautiful, glorious mustache he has. Clearly, that's where his power comes from. Alright, I don't think we've been over here yet. And we probably need some other ability to jump across those. Excuse you, I'm trying to take treasure here. Looks like it's about time to go on a shopping spree. We did rescue the merchant, so... Probably a few things for us to grab. And not really any easy mode of transportation. We just gotta go all the way across the top here. But as long as we're swift, it won't end up being an issue. Wasn't expecting him yet. Alright, the other guy's right here. Yeah, and we don't have a map. I wonder if that kind of routes back into more of the coral chambers here, or an entirely different area. I don't know if this is one of those kinds of Metroidvania games where you have certain sections that you could consider... You're new! Certain sections where you could consider it a different depth than other areas. Like Rain World. I don't know if Rain World counts as a Metroidvania, but it has a lot of similar beats. And welcome, random guy. Actually, no, we heal here. And our merchant should have recently arrived. If this place must provide shelter for every ragged bug who wanders in, we'll need supplies and currency. So if you're reading this, empty your pockets. And this time, we do have the dosh for it. Well, well, see here what your brash behavior has wrought, Bellbringer. Just as I predicted, this once peaceful sanctuary is now crawling with all sorts. We've the beginnings of a shabby little settlement, all huddled around this old shrine. These poor bugs are all victims of the Citadel and its insidious attraction. This place draws them up into its maw, only to consume them utterly. Aye, inside and out, nothing but a grand gilded lie. Well, at least these few stragglers can enjoy a moment's safety. Poor fools. Oh, he's got his head on straight. Hello again, dear one. It looks like we both made it up here, safe as told. And what a shock to find you were speaking the truth about this place. A settlement like this in the Citadel, nice and safe, cloistering so many bugs with minds intact. Never seen anything like it, nor even imagined such. Makes trading all of my nice bits and baubles much easier. After all, I want to take lots and lots of rosaries with me when my strength finally fails. Aha! I wonder if that lets us latch onto the rings. It looks very, very similar. Yeah, here's where we get to go on a shopping spree. And I know we have quite a few of these. Stop and share some of your rosaries before you go scurrying off again, dear one. I'm sure to have something that's to your liking. That's an item for our build. This will be letting us have more silk. I wonder if that key unlocks the apostate section. I didn't do the math beforehand, so I didn't know if we would end up having enough rosaries. Doesn't look like we're quite there. So, back to a little more exploring, I suppose. There's also a way up towards the left side of this room. Let's check that out. Aha, it's further up than where we can jump. Yeah, that would be it. So, my guess, with the cog core here, maybe that's how we get to the big wheel mechanism. This goes down, and if it ends up going right, then that's probably how we twist that open. Ah, another moment to rest. Aw, that's cute. Have ourselves a little lamp, too. You're going to give me a violence, aren't you? Do you hurt? You do not hurt. Are you going to hurt now? Aha, something up above. Okay, I got an idea. And no easy way for us to get up. So down we go. Looks like we have an exit down here. Yeah, to get back to the coral chambers. Assuming we can find our way through here. Got kind of a little music box track. That's cute. Yeah, this definitely does bring a lot more charm to it than many of the other places we've been. I'm liking this area. I will admit, a number of the spots so far have been okay. This one has a lot of personality to it. Even though Giant Clock is definitely a recurring level, I do appreciate the aesthetics of it. We had something like this in Monster Sanctuary as well. Haha, wrecked. So it looks like we gotta make a long way going down. Ow, excuse you. Okay, not quite. Okay, that's gonna be difficult to platform on. And I'm not even sure... darn it, I'm not even sure if that's the right way to go. Let's check down here since we're probably reaching a point of no return anyway. And hopefully there's a bench down here. Yeah, I had no idea what he was going to do. Clearly setting up to be an enemy, but I didn't have any idea what kind of stuff he'd pull out. Okay, so no indication of what's going on here. We still have all those berries to pick from the very beginning of the game. Probably deals a lot more damage. Would be nice to use it. And Silk Spear. Let's focus on doing that instead. Just because it's longer range, and I think we have a lot more reliable of a chance to use it properly. Alright, how the heck are we getting back there? Okay, won't be too bad. Just a long way down and around, and we should have a much easier time bouncing now. Okay, noted. He keeps attacking. I think these guys will just... yeah. He just keeps charging until he hits a wall. Or a cliff, I suppose. Yeah, okay, that's a one-way ticket going back. Hopefully we can permanently unlock some of these paths. I do like that there's enough hazards to make some of these enemies a lot easier to work with. Time for violence. And right up into the hazard. Ah, do we have to bounce off of them? Yeah, he looked like a teapot of some sort. But I know teapots like the back of my hand. Little spiky gremlins, however, are a different story. Wait, did that bounce him right? Y'all saw that, right? He bounced right back to us. What the heck? Also, I think we ended up just losing, like, 600 rosaries right there. Yep. Not an issue. Yeah, there go all the rosaries. Alright, get ourselves a little bit of silk back. There we go. You're new. And you can swat at us, noted. Alright, gotta lock in. Keeps bouncing us way too high. Okay, I think I get the bit. We just wait for them to attack. Alright, I feel like that would have been the last or second to last challenge there. It shouldn't be too hard to do the rest of it. Those Clockwork Knights got their own Behemoth Typhoons. Yeah, they're hitting me with that 684. How you doing, V? Delighted to see you this evening. Very, very busy, but very excited. I've been hearing the news. I'm excited for you too, friend. Alright, get that health back. Oh no, that's the 486. I guess it wasn't so hard the other time because we got the Silk Spear to use. know what the window is for the punish on that. I like how they keep bumping into each other as well. Get a little heal while we're over here. I don't know if I actually formally responded to you, V. I've been doing well. I'm probably very, very close to hearing about my potential new position, whether or not I get it at work. That's probably due to happen later this week. But yeah, we've been Silksonging this evening. Hey, big guy. Hey, little guy. Well, thank you, V. Yeah, the shield comes back up pretty quickly. I don't know what my method is for beating that guy. Because we hit him before. I mean, I'm gonna guess it's just one of those really, really tight whiff punishes, as what we usually get. Usually like sneaking in a dive attack when they stab for it. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking, was I think it would be easier with the first crest that you have. Giving us the dive kick would usually be a little bit easier. We swapped to this one because it has way easier platforming. Whenever you gotta bounce on little bells or balloons that you find. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Also seems like their hitbox is really, really tall just for while they're standing. Alright, give it another good old college try. If we have to use projectile, so be it. We're given a bit of freedom with the combat. Oh, didn't jump in time. I think it gave out underneath me right as I was looking to do that. Just for the one bit of extra health. Okay, like that. That keeps bouncing us back up into the tier. Alright, we got it. Okay, this shouldn't be too different from last time. Get ourselves a heal first. There we go. Yeah, that was the last enemy to worry about here. And now, what does this lever do? Ah, finally we get one more piece of health. Yeah, it's taken us a while to get any more upgrades like that. Alright, that's one way to get back out of there. Okay, so you don't always swipe upward. I think there was just a time where they kept swiping upward, so I imagined that was just their response every time. But yeah, they're easier to hit if they just start stabbing forward like that. Supposedly there's something above. Right, and we can't get up there. Got it, got it. Well, off to make our way the long way around. This was why we switched crests, because I think it's going to be a lot easier to do the platforming like this. Or so I thought. Wait for it a while. Okay, so we have enough time where we get the one bounce, and then we want to bounce back to the other side. Or maybe not quite. It doesn't look like we have a good way to get up there. We'd have to get a bounce like halfway up, but I think we're kind of strapped for other options. Or is that a wall on the left? Okay, I think that's a wall. And then a wall on the other side. Nope, not quite. Good try, though. We know what we need to do. Alright, we'll give it one more good college try, going all the way around there. And success or fail, we will be taking our break afterwards. Oh, right. Of course that would be coming back up. Alright, through the gauntlet from the beginning. Alright, hopefully that stays open. And this, whoops. This, I feel, takes us back to that big central gear room again. Bounce, and not quite. And 1, and 2, and 3. Got it. Yep. Just as expected. See where this takes us now. Oh boy. Yeah, we finally get to hear the sermon of the crazy guy in the hall here. We gonna get ambushed into a boss fight? Is he gonna call us a heretic? Heal, trade up. I didn't see we were that low yet. Alright. Careful, careful, careful. Oh, and the bell. I was not looking close to home. All right, that puts us at... Yep, just about time for the next break. We should have a significantly swifter route to get back through there, and I think we basically have to go this way to get through to there. But, see y'all in just a moment. scooch our little way back in. Alright. Platform through the bottom. Got a bit of health, next time we'll need it. Luckily, this part's basically easier than the whole vertical shaft there. Oh, and... guess who has decided to attack? Ow. 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 Behold, a boy. In all of his scrunctacular magnificence. Occupying the bottom center of my screen. Lay down! I can't see the game. There we go. He's getting comfy. Now, just stay away from the keyboard. He's gotten into the... oh, whoops. He's gotten into the habit the past few months of reaching over and randomly hitting keys on the keyboard as he's getting comfy. He thinks the keyboard's a pillow, which I guess a mechanical keyboard has just enough give for that to qualify. If he starts messing with things in the middle of the fight, though, then I gotta drop him off the desk. And by that I mean gently set him down, in case anyone was worried. Nah, I treat him with love. He's a very relaxed cat, and in the 12 years I've had him, never dropped him once. Of course, he's also not like a cat that squirms too much when you pick him up. Or if he does, it's usually without the claws. He's not a violent cat by any means, but he has made it clear. No, no, no. He does make it clear when he's uncomfortable. Now the hard part. Actually, yeah, we can just do that. Yeah, burn all our meter for the big attacks, make this a lot easier. And he's purring. He's purring because he gets to sit on my desk and be in the way. I love him. As difficult as he makes it sometimes, I love him. Are we seeing little moths fly out of the contraptions? Out of the automatons? Are they egg-manning their robots here, powering them with smaller creatures? Did we ever get a proper justification for that, by the way? Like, why in the old games there'd always be an animal inside the Eggman's robots? Are they a power source? Are they forced to run on little hamster wheels in there? Skrunko, no. Do not lay on the keyboard. No. Yeah, we've got way longer range on the spear. I think we do want to just keep using that. And smacked again. Yeah, I think that's the solution. We just want to use our ranged weapons once we get to that part specifically. Because I don't think the guy giving the sermon's actually going to be that much more difficult of a fight. Alright. Fourth time's the charm. Oh, that's new. No, cat! 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 Okay. He hit the Windows key on the keyboard. I don't think y'all saw anything, but it was bringing me out of the game and into the start menu. Used to be a couple of days ago he'd, like, lay down upright and purr. Now I don't know why he specifically fixates on laying on the keyboard. Yeah, and once again, Spear saves the day. Bronco gets his time on the keyboard when I'm playing something that doesn't get disrupted by keyboard inputs. You know what I think I can do? Yeah, okay, he was definitely the easiest part of that fight. You know what I think I can do? I can unbind every single key on the keyboard from Baldur's Gate and just play that game with the mouse. Solely with the mouse. I think that's gonna be something I can end up doing with Skrunko. Huh. Welcome, Bob. We just finished stopping that weird guy's sermon. Ah, Whispering Vaults. This was mentioned on the... as part of the series of quests. Yeah, we got stuff going on the bottom right here. Scroll reader. Alright. A rather large and rotund fellow. Imagine there's gonna be plenty of them in here. I think we come back around to get up there. Wonder what that icon means. Is it the treasure hunter guy? Is he hoarded up in here? Don't ambush me. Okay, we're good to go. I hear his elaborate musings all around. Let me guess, he got in after we broke into the Citadel. And now with all these historic scrolls, he's having himself a magnificent read. There you are. No, I think this is a different guy. She carries a precious cylinder. She must give it, share it, claw to claw. Though I can't remember his name. Pass it, and this vault keeper shall grant their wisdom. Just a small taste, a trickle, a glimmer of our citadel's sacred understandings. Yeah, I got no use for this. Yes, yes, she gives. It is ours.
Husband?
I have passed the relic, Vault Keeper. Now uphold your promise and aid me with your insight. Full demanding of a Vault Keeper. Hers is impudence enough to bring death, if she did not carry the scent of weaver spawn.
Nesvir?
So you know something of my ancestry, learned bug. If it gains me favor here, then I'll expect your service in full. Leh, dead, dead. Your vicious kind are meant to be. Better, methinks, to say as such. Have you battled last dodge? We did that to get in here. Yeah, that was 2 streams ago, I believe we did. Yuck. But this one was taught. It shall fold its claws. It shall pass its knowledge as much as is gleaned. Only to a first child must a vault keeper defer. Oh! We've got some music here.
Da, Fenestra.
Keep safe, Vault Keeper. I may expect your service in future, and I not have you pass before that task is complete. Yeah, no fool this keeper. It has lived long, watch its fellows wither, but it shall not die. Not yet, and not while knowledge needs to be sought. The pact is made, we respond. Insight for us, both she and it. This holy citadel, in glory and fall, there are holes in its history, even to a keeper's knowledge, even to the vaults. Seek the cylinders, she must, those objects of intricate insight. Bring more for this keeper, and only this keeper, for in the citadel none are left possessed of such sound, sharp mind as it. Guy still seems to be a few stitches short of a baseball. Historians be like that sometimes. Depends on what kind of historian they are. And he is everywhere. Okay, so initially I was feeling like I couldn't pinpoint his sound. Yeah, he's just everywhere in that room. Okay, that eases our transport down here. Got a lot of these moving bookshelves here and there. I had a feeling one of them would wait. Heal. Yeah, it turns out it's not that hard overall to keep collecting the rosaries again. We're getting a lot of them at this point in the game. If he's just reading a scroll, I'm not gonna interrupt him. I guess that one specifically doesn't move. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I think we are gonna... No, wait, we don't have to interrupt those guys. Or maybe we do. Not quite. Dang, those guys are sturdy. There we go. Nope, not dying here to that. Almost, almost. To the left, and then up again. There we go. Worth it. Oh! Music cutting loud, like we're about to be in danger. Ah, this is gonna be a big slidey puzzle, it looks like. I enjoy me a good bit of puzzle platforming. Here we go. I'm gonna assume that's the solution. Pale oil, probably like what we saw in... Hold on, did we have a promise for that? Silver bells in the Belvane tunnels above and below Belhard. That'd be an easy one to do. Really? Hold on. We're at 98 out of 100 on here? Or is it 98 out of 100 that we have completed? Yeah, there's probably quite a few more we need to... Yeah, a few more defeats. Now, I feel like... Hold on. How many rows do we got? We got 1. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So yeah, times 3, we are at about that 98 threshold. Just about. So it's just discovered in order for us to get that promise. We don't specifically have to defeat enough of them. Well, you look whimsical enough to be an NPC. Oh! I didn't recognize you from that angle. Looking for goodies of your own, dear one. You'd do well to avoid the dark vaults near here. They say the keepers inside were jealous hoarders, even before the Silken Curse came down.
That's fine.
You have more familiarity with the Citadel than most, madame. How long have you spent here, surviving amongst the haunted corridors? Oh, long enough. Not such a bad lot, all told. The memories of my pilgrimage have all faded now, but a life spent in the Citadel's golden halls was all I ever wished for. And lo and behold, my humble wish was granted. Certainly, the place might be a bit past its prime, but it'd be churlish of me to complain now, wouldn't it? Huh, all the way back in here. It all comes back to the coral chambers. Ah, I didn't even see his attack behind the little bit of the railing there. Okay, okay. We do want to try grabbing all those rosaries, and we don't even know... Okay, I've got a rough idea of what we've got for the map going on. Or it could be completely lost. We did end up going right, but I think we gotta go all the way down here. Already getting into trouble. Not quite. Yeah, I am starting to feel exhausted right now. It has been a long work week, and here we are at the end of it. We've got a few more minutes worth of the stream, but if I end up completely clocking out in a few minutes, we'll end it a little bit early. I think we've made plenty of excellent progress this evening. But yeah, I am feeling the fatigue. Yeah, I know we went further down and right overall, but our cocoon isn't there anymore. It wouldn't really make a difference. Still, in the grand scheme of things, yeah, we should be getting close to the item we've been looking for. Here it is. Sad to think it was so close. And hit us with another little guy from behind. What? Dang, those guys have a lot of health. No idea if we're actually making progress. Okay, yeah, that is roughly an indicator of where we are, position-wise. So a little further down we continue to go. Ah, another listening puzzle. Let's go. Oh, did that... Ah, that hit the one right next to me. That hit the wrong one. Gotta be a bit more precise. Oh, got that wrong order. This one? Yeah. I will take that. Thank you. Right, so that's why we're not getting down there yet. So maybe a long way around. We probably go really, really far to the right over here. Alright, so it's not through there. This is our ticket back up. See where that ends up taking us, and yeah, we gotta go that way. Barely. You're new. And nothing else. Ah, okay. I see it now. Aha! Look at that. Looking like we're in the library back rooms here. Ominous complete lack of music. I don't trust it one bit. There's those again. Maybe we get an ability to mess with them. I don't think we've grabbed a new ability in all of Act 2 yet, have we? No new crests or nothing. Citadel has been a lot of very silent and slow moving. Alright, gotta find our way around. Very useful, I would gladly take that. This seems like a debt. Oh. I think it's in the vault with the historian. I feel like we come back through here later. We've not really had a reason to play our Silksong much yet, have we? Alright, by now where haven't we been? There should be a way to bump that. We'll see if there's a way to sneak in there below. Probably not. I'm looking for a place where we could get a map. And so far it seems the common rule has been, we just buy one when we're in here. That's how every spot in the Citadel's been so far. Not quite. It's hard to figure out where we're going without a map. He's a rather slimy fellow, isn't he? That would have been a much easier way to jump up top there. Yeah, we've already done a lot of what we have to do in this room. So what's missing? Maybe we are missing a traversal upgrade. We keep seeing those little rings. Right, it was to get a flea up at the top here. So maybe there's an upgrade in the central citadel somewhere that lets us keep that going. Grab onto a ring and I don't know if they're used to open things or what. Okay, that's new. was this how we got in here? Yeah, this feels like the very, very beginning of the area. Huh. I have a feeling that's not actually changing anything about the geometry. I think once we can get ourselves a map, we come back here. Because this has been extraordinarily confusing to navigate so far. Yeah, that's not even the path. Okay, the path out of here is either the section below or back through here. Takes us through the... Ah, darn it. It's okay, we found the other way to get in anyway. We'll use that path next time. So there's still stuff going on at the bottom. We can check that out. I tried. The cogs are pretty slow for how they alternate. They stay up or down for a pretty long time. What we haven't done is try to get to the top of the room on this side. Not quite. I think that sends us all the way back into the vault, doesn't it? Yeah, we were real deep in here. Alright. Turn around and let's get out of here. Oh, never mind. We might have found something new. By accident. Another web catcher guy? Silk Eater, that's his name. No thank you. You have a good day, sir. Oh hey, at least that's an easier way to get back out. Alright, when we perished, it was in the cog section. Come on, come on! Uh-oh. Okay, not bad. There we go. Much easier to get back now. And is this improving our weapon? Though this room looks kind of familiar. Have we been here? Oh, it's a way to get up to the top. Can't tell what's a wall or not. It's the rings again. It's the darn rings. Okay, so I think we get an ability to traverse those at the top here. So that is just an arrow pointing upward. It's not any special symbol. N++ with all the same wall jumping. So I will guess... Great. Okay, so no, that's blocked off. Until we figure out how we can use those rings. I wonder if it's the upgrade from... I wonder if it's the upgrade from the merchant. Because it has that very same look to it, but I don't know if it's an item that we need or a full upgrade. Usually traversal stuff's gonna be a whole upgrade, right? Practically invisible glass right there, I swear. Get a moment to rest. Welcome back, Jubilana. With this in your claw, you'll be able to stick to walls for as long as you like. I mean, it has a very, very same ring motif. But maybe that's not it. Shame that we burnt all our rosaries. Spool fragment. 1/2 of an artifact left behind by the weavers. Okay. We'll be able to get more if we keep doing that. Looks like we've got our 3 main abilities. Well, I think if we reached any bit of a stopping point, this would be as good as any. We gotta figure out how we're getting to all the other places, which I think we just get to... Yeah, when we come back, we can take the wheel and go to the very, very lowest section in the bottom right here. There's also that untraversed section in the roughly left bottom middle there. Bottom center heading towards the right, so we have some pretty good indicators where we can end up going. But I think right now would be as good of a stopping point as any. Alright, y'all. Tomorrow's gonna be a really, really big stream with Tomodachi. Let's check who is doing anything interesting on the friends list and send out a raid. Oh, Kaji is... Everyone's having an anniversary right around now. Yesterday was bronze, and it looks like Kaji's is happening tonight, so... I think our raid message we can just end up making... let's keep it simple. Let's just make it... Let's just make it a happy streamiversary. Grab a URL for our YouTube viewers. And Tomodachi is going to be an extended stream tomorrow. I don't know if I get to start it earlier or later, but Thursday is the first day in a while that I have off, so I intend to party as much as possible tomorrow. Thank you everyone so dearly for your attendance. Give Kaji our best wishes. And class is dismissed.